Hi there, I'm Matthew Boyle, and welcome back to this channel and to the first video in a new series called Teaching Titans, where we're going to be talking about how to become the best teachers we can possibly be. What better video to start off with than kind of showing the difference between what a typical teacher does and what a Titan does. Now, before we jump into this video, I want to warmly welcome you to like this video and subscribe to this channel so you can find your way back, and also grab out a notebook and take some notes. The first point is, typical teachers are good at communicating in their classrooms. Titans are good at communicating across the board and with integrity. Now, what does that mean? I've noticed that most good teachers take their profession seriously when it comes to getting into the classroom and how they talk to their students. If they have a student that is misbehaving or is not motivated or they're having trouble for whatever reason, good teachers know how to interact with them and how to talk with them to get the best results. But what's interesting is those same teachers, if you observe them closely in other situations, like how do they talk to their coworkers and how do they talk to their bosses, how do they talk to service level employees of the school? Do they even talk to those people at all, or do they just pass them by without a second glance? The interesting thing is that those same teachers can become completely different depending on who they're talking to. If it's a coworker who's complaining, they may commiserate and add to the complaining. If they're talking to a boss and they want to get something done, they may complain or whine to the boss or exaggerate their dilemma so they can get the boss to do something for them. If it's a groundskeeper or a cleaning lady, they might not even notice them. They might not even know their name, even if that person is cleaning their classroom for them every day. So, typical teachers communicate well with their students and their classes. Titans communicate well with everybody across the board, and they act in alignment with their core values and they act with integrity. Second point, typical teachers prepare well for class. Titans prepare well for all the functions or all the events in their job and tangentially related to their job or closely related to their job. Now, what do I mean by that? We all know that good teachers can create effective lesson plans. They know how to do that. They're expected to do that. That's very clear. They can make a good plan for the class and they can execute on it when they get into the classroom, and they can even pivot when things aren't going well. That's wonderful. That's expected. But how do those same teachers act when they get into a meeting with the whole staff? When they get into a smaller, more intimate meeting with team members and bosses? When they go to a party with students or teachers, or some other event like an award ceremony or an end of the year function, whatever. What I notice in that situation is some teachers have trouble to communicate. They have trouble to communicate with other people that they're going to be mixing with at those events. They have trouble coming up with things to say or how to answer other questions that people have for them. They have trouble to mine the value from other people who are at those functions. Sometimes you will be meeting other teachers that you rarely meet with, or you'll be meeting higher level people who work at your school, like key administrators. So this is a great opportunity. I think the Titans think about in advance how they can behave when they go to those other functions that are not just not just teaching in the classrooms, but how are they going to carry themselves and what types of great questions are they going to ask? They think about it in advance. So I hope you'll try that before you go to your next school function that is not just teaching in your classroom. Okay, and let's go to the third thing. The third thing is typical teachers pursue growth in their careers. Titans pursue growth in every aspect of their life. So, what do I mean by that? Well, typical teachers, or at least the good ones, the ones who are interested in bettering their careers, becoming better teachers, those ones usually are quite interested in learning more about their craft. They're interested in getting higher degrees, higher level certifications, and improving their teaching techniques. That's fantastic. But Titans don't stop there. Titans are interested in learning in all dimensions of life. They are really lifelong learners in the truest sense. They're addicted to self-growth, self-improvement, and learning in all areas. They're open-minded. They're not closed-minded to anything. So I think the Titans are interested in how they can become more spiritual and reflective and philosophical. How can they become more fit and more healthy with their exercise and their diet and their sleep? The Titans are usually working on some form of writing. They are journaling or doing some kind of content creation or creative writing, or maybe working on some kind of book. They are reading something, you know? So this is what the Titans do. They're chasing growth in all areas. What I have seen is that some teachers, they may be excellent teachers or lecturers or mentors in one narrow area, and that is education, teaching, the transmission of education. But if you look at the other areas of their life, half of the stuff they're teaching about, they don't even really practice. And other areas of their life may be in horrible disarray. And in the worst case scenario, their students really will not listen to them and follow them for that reason, because students can see through that kind of thing so easily. They can see if you're living in alignment across the board and with integrity. So I say, typical teachers chase growth in the field of education. Titans chase growth in all of the key areas. Well, that's it for this first video in the series Teaching Titans, and I hope you really enjoyed it. If you're interested to talk more about it, let's get into it in the comments section, and I'll see you back here next time at this channel. Bye-bye for now.